everyone, Cassandra and Kyle here with Kabuki Strength. Today we are talking how breathing and bracing is not all or nothing. When we talk about bracing mechanics, we are talking about creating intra-abdominal pressure and the co-contraction of all the abdominal muscles that happen to create trunk stability. We want to develop a rigid, stable trunk. We want a good foundation for your extremities to work off of. That is the point of having optimal abdominal bracing. We're going to show you an example of how breathing or big air can create loss of stability and spinal positioning, as well as if you're just trying to overly brace as tight as you can, will also lead to loss of spinal positioning. We want is optimal co-contraction of trunk muscles without loss of spinal positioning. So here we go. Everyone has heard of the cue, big air. Not necessarily a bad cue, but what we don't want to see is, Kyle, big air. Right as he did that, what you will notice is how he lost spinal positioning immediately through his thoracolumbar junction. His rib cage popped up. You can even see how his shoulders elevated, right? Even quicker, what most people tend to do, big air, Kyle, and then tighten, right? Before he even lifted, you saw his shoulder blades elevate, bar moves up, and then it sinks back down, okay? And then we tell him, big brace, core tight, Kyle. And as he does that, if he just tries to contract everything that he can, you end up focusing mostly on your superficial abdominal muscles, and you end up crunching. Again, if you watch here, he loses spinal positioning. Crunch and relax. Big core, tight core, Kyle, go. All right, both of those examples, he lost spinal positioning. When we're talking bracing, go ahead and engage brace, right, and relax. And brace again, Kyle. He's focusing on 360-degree expansion without loss of neutral spine. And relax. We film a lot of videos on bracing, and you can check those out on KMS Library. The goal with bracing drills is to get that 360-degree tightening and tension all the way across, or all the way around your spine. Kyle, anything to add?
When talking about spinal stability, anything that creates deviation in this position, most importantly front or back for today's video, whether it's an overbrace or an overbreath, will cause problems and lead to injuries down the road.
So refine your bracing mechanics. It's not all or nothing.
Beautiful.